What's going on, Nerd Army guys? Welcome to the newest episode of Exploring Comics. Today we will be focusing on the origin and history of Zatanna. So if you guys are ready to get into how awesome this amazing sorceress is, let's check out her history. Zatanna first appeared in Hawkman number 4, where she was revealed to be the daughter of Zatanna, a very powerful magician who actually made his first appearance alongside Superman in Action Comics number 1. When we first meet Zatanna, she actually pairs up with the Justice League to help find her father, Zatanna. She has been looking for him everywhere and has no chance of finding where he's at. So she teams up with the Justice League, who help her locate her father, who was trapped in a separate dimension. It wasn't until later that we got the truth about Zatanna's mother, Zendella, who was actually a member of a race called the Homo Magi. When her and Zatanna fell in love and had Zatanna, she knew that her life like this could not be. She had to return home and face her destiny as the priestess for the Homo Magi. But unfortunately, eventually Zendella will actually sacrifice herself, paying the ultimate sacrifice to save her child. This was a devastating blow for Zatanna, but eventually it did help her realize that her mother was another source that she inherited her magical powers from. It wasn't just from her father's side. Her mother also had some in that pool. Later on in Secret Origins number 27, Dr. Mist was fighting Felix Faust, and he was able to get his hands on essentially godlike power. It was revealed while Dr. Mist had these powers, he would actually go back in time and set Zatanna on the path that would make him become a great sorcerer. He also was responsible for Zatanna and Zendella meeting, ensuring Zatanna's existence. But eventually this power would cause Dr. Mist to go completely mad, and then we truly didn't know if he actually did all the things he said he did. It happened. The next major event that Zatanna was involved in is when Dr. Light actually attacks and rapes Elongated Man's wife. That was in the Identity Crisis. This led to a great debate between a lot of the different Justice League members. Zatanna would finally catch up with them. The Justice League would catch Dr. Light, and they had him in prison. Zatanna decided she wanted to wipe his memory and alter his personality and the way his mind works, so he would not ever commit a crime again. This went over well with some of the members, such as Hawkman, Zatanna, and the Atom. But other members such as Green Lantern, Green Arrow, and Black Canary were totally against the idea. Now, Batman would burst into the room at this time and say, "No, you can't wipe his mind." Zatanna would freeze him instantly, locking him in place, just like a thug. And doing this, Zatanna decided to go forward with her plan, wipe Dr. Light's mind, but at the same time, she knew she had to wipe Batman's mind too. So with the consent of the rest of the Justice League, she wiped Batman's mind as well. Batman would eventually find out about the mind wipe because he's Batman, and this would actually set a pretty big rift in between the two of them for quite some time. In a 2000 miniseries titled Zatanna by Grant Morrison, yeah, you heard me, Grant Morrison, he took a pretty iconic take on this really interesting character, which was Zatanna. In this version, she is unsure of herself, unsure of her powers, and she's actually in a support group for heroes. This PTSD-ridden Zatanna now eventually gets to the point where she loses her powers because she lost connection with herself. It's a really great miniseries, and if you love this character, you should definitely check it out. After assisting the Time Tailors by stopping a rogue Time Tailor from messing with reality, she is given a gift by the Time Tailors. They give her one last meeting with her passed away father. In this meeting, he does reveal where his tomes are so she can have access to all the spells that he ever did. And he reveals to her that she is his final tome, and that she's his legacy, and one legacy he's proud to leave behind. In 2007, it was revealed that Zatanna and Bruce Wayne were childhood friends, making the betrayal when she froze him and wiped his mind even more bitter. As we've seen many times, the New 52 comes in and ruins some things, changes some things. Let's check out what it did to her. She is still the powerful daughter of the powerful spellcaster, Zatanna. In this version, she's in a relationship with Nick Necros. And at the same time as her being in this relationship with him, he's also training another spellcaster, John Constantine. Nick Necros would have a pretty insane obsession. He would be obsessed with collecting all the books of magic from all over the world. This caused a pretty big rift in between him and Zatanna. Zatanna no longer felt any kind of affection towards Nick and ended up falling in love with John Constantine. He would eventually find out and hire the Cult of the Cold Flame to take them both out. This would ultimately fail, and John and Zatanna would team up together and exile Necro's soul to hell forever. She would eventually join Justice League Dark when she was recruited to help bring down the Enchantress, along with Shade, Madame Xanadu, John Constantine, and Deadman. They would eventually stop the Enchantress by finding June Moon and merging her with the Enchantress once again. Zatanna has a long and tattered past, but is a pretty amazing character. Let me know what you guys thought about her history of, and what you think about the character in general. Do you really like Zatanna? Is she one of your favorites? Is this someone you really didn't know about? Let me know down in the comments below. If you learned anything, put it down there as well. If you guys have any other characters you'd like to see me do a history of video for, put them down in the comments below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can, guys. But thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope you guys check out the rest of my videos that I do all the other history of a bunch of different characters. So make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure to follow us on Patreon, where you can become a patron and get a lot of great access to exclusive content and access to our exclusive patron-only Discord server. So I will see you guys next time right here on Nerds Memorized for another video, and I will see you later. All right, guys, peace out.